Hello, and welcome to this video. He'll be looking at one of my Ventura buses boards. 100145 the number is. First off, we start off by signing on. Plus, this is a school day shift. And it departs, and it's on a weekday shift. It starts by signing on at Seaford Depot at 7:50 in the morning. Then it takes a local bus out of Seaford Depot and departs at 7:55. Nodding service towards Van Haster Grove, McCormick's Road, Main Grove Road. Then it says display 3. Oops, my camera display. Sorry. Display 3981. Van Haster Grove, McCormick's Road, towards Monterey Secondary College. Display 3981. Her timetable to read route S3981. Route number run 10040. Trip ID 1444. Departs at 8:10. Then Monterey Secondary College route. Stops if held by students via right on Hall Road, L left Library Drive, left onto Tatler Street, right onto Rollingwood Street Avenue, and then right onto Harrington Avenue, right onto McCormick Road, right onto Gamble Road, and then left onto Greenwood Drive, and then make a right onto Blado Road, then turn left onto Frankston Dandenong Road, then left onto Monterey Boulevard, Frankston North. Oh, by the way, this is from Seaford Depot shift, so if you're not Seaford Depot, I don't know what area you're from, so as we continue, then turn right onto Forest Drive, then turn left onto Silvertop Street, then to Monterey Secondary College, and it arrives at 8:40 a.m. Now we move on to the next part. The bus then nodding service towards Cannock Station, Wells Road, from Monterey Secondary College to Cannock Station. Then it displays 7781 Cannock to Carrum Village. Timetable to read route 778, run 10040. Trip ID 0000990. Then it departs Cannock Station at 8:47. Then it goes towards Borden Street, Frankston Dandenong Road. Then it has a time point at Stephenson Road, Brunel Road, at 8:54. If you're 1 minute early, then you're stopping for 1 minute. If you're a minute late, you don't stop. Then when you get to Borden Street at 9:04, the bus will turn around and depart at 9:08 a.m. And then it displays 7780. Carrum Downs to Cannonook. Timetable to read 778 route. Run 10040. Trip ID 000290. Touch Borden Street at 9:08 a.m. Then it gets to Kiwi Street, Stephenson Road, 9:15. The time point, as I said earlier, mentioned back in the video earlier, time points, if you're 1 minute early, you stop. And then 9:26 it gets back to Cannonook Station, Wells Road at 9:26 a.m. As you can read it until we get to the 774 route. Now we move on to the next route, 772 again. We're just going to look at the times. As we are going to skip this part, as you can read it or pause the video, read it. "774 route, Frankston to Delcombe Park, route 774, display 7741. As you can pause the video, and then resume it. Then at nodding service, when it gets back to Frankston, at nodding service towards Seaford Depot. Arrives at Seaford Depot at 11:53 a.m, then has its meal break from 11:55 a.m. to 1:11 a.m. Then nodding service. No, I don't mean nodding service. It departs Seaford Depot in a staff car at 1:11. Then, but it goes to Seaford Station. It says change over from shift number 100116 at 1:18. Seaford Station, Railway Parade, Seaford. Displays 7601 Seaford to Carrum. Run 10015. Then departs Seaford at 1:21 station. Then it stops at its time point, so you can pause and then resume. You can pause and resume again. It's just Carrum Station at 2:01 p.m. Then Carrum Station to Seaford Station. It departs Carrum at 2:01, gets to Seaford at 2:38, as you can see. Pause and resume if you want. Pause and resume if you want again. Okay, we're head back to Cranbourne again. Departs Seaford at 2:45 p.m. Then it goes to Cranbourne. Gets to Cranbourne at 3:29. But first, if you want to pause and then resume. Yep. Pause and resume for the time. Then at Cranbourne Station, when the bus gets to Cranbourne Station, they'll depart Cranbourne Station and go back to Seaford. Supply 7602. It departs 3:35. Gets back to Seaford, changes over with shift 100-169, then goes to Seaford Depot. 3:35, and then it arrives at Seaford at 4:17. Then it has its meal break from 4:24 to 4:54 as it's its paid break. The staff car out of Seaford Depot again. Then at Frankston, it swaps over with shift 100-153, 5:04 p.m. Frankston Railway Station, Young Street, and it goes on the 775 route, but it displays 775-2 and not 775-3. Hold on, if you're wondering why, well, there's a difference. 775-3 runs along Foot Street. I'll put it back. It turns out I made a mistake. Sorry for the mistake, but I thought the shift done the 775 route. At 7752 towards Lakewood. Departs Frankston at 5:07. Then it gets to Mount Erin College Golfinch Road at 5:22. And then it returns back and departs at 5:23 Frankston, and then 5:43 gets back to Frankston at 5:43. Displays 7750 Lakewood to Frankston, run 10041, not 1. Then it gets to Frankston. It goes on to the 785 route. It departs on 785 route at 5:49. Gives the bus 6 minutes when it gets back. 7851 at the displays trip ID 1280, which is the number of one of the Seaford bus depots number. One of the bus numbers of Seaford out of Seaford Depot. 7850 Mornington East to Frankston. Departs at 6:40. The gates back to Frankston at 7:22. But as you can see, it has 6 minutes when it gets to Mornington East. It has a 6-minute time. Then if the bus gets there, if the bus has more than 5 minutes to wait at the time point or at the end of the route, they turn the bus off if it's a Volvo. If it's a Scania or a new bus, it will turn off it automatically. So let's see. When it gets back to Frankston, it is doing the 773 route. Let's place 7731. It does. It has 4 minutes when it gets back to Frankston to change into the 773 route. There's 7731. The videos will be blurry. It's to Frankston South. At 7:26 it departs. It gets to Parkland Close at 7:34 on Powerwall Drive, Baden Powerwall Drive. And when it departs at 7:36, before it departs at the Blaze 7730 Parkland Close to Frankston. Then it gets back to Frankston and arrives at 7:46 p.m. Nodding service towards Seaford Depot. It arrives at Seaford Depot at 7:56. Applies handbrake, close windows and report vehicle defects. Then the driver finishes at 8:06. He's been working for 11 hours. It does not include his meal breaks, but yeah. Thank you for watching, and please like and subscribe. And leave a comment if you would like more bus shifts reading out on this channel. Please leave a comment if you really do like it, and like and subscribe. Thank you.